lesson is 10.2, Find Arc Measures.
We're going to start with warm-ups. First, you're going to label each segment, point, or line with a vocab from previous lessons. And we know that there are 360 degrees in a circle.
For this warm-up, you have to use your previous knowledge of vertical angles and linear pairs to find x, y, and z. And because of y being vertical angles with 40 degrees and x and 40 degrees being a linear pair, you know that x and z are 140 degrees and y is 40 degrees. To find the value of x in this diagram, you have to use your knowledge on tangency.
The first lesson part is that a central angle has a vertex at the center of the circle and 2 radii to make up the sides, and its included angle is the same degree as the central angle.
A minor arc has a measure of less than 180 degrees, and a major arc has a measure of more than 180 degrees. A semicircle has a measure of exactly 180 degrees, and a major and semicircle are shown under an arc symbol by 3 letters, while a minor arc is shown with 2 letters.
Congruent arcs are arcs that have the same measure and are part of the same circle, or they can be part of congruent circles, which are 2 or more circles that have the same radius length.
Are these arcs congruent? Check your knowledge. These arcs are not congruent because they have different radii. One circle's radii is 3, while the other's is 6.
Examples. Measure of angle EFG would be 60 because its included angle is also 60 degrees.
Identify all the major arcs, minor arcs, and semicircles. As you can see, arc DAB and arc BDA are major arcs, semicircle ABD, and minor arcs AB and BD.
To find x, we know that arc AB is the included arc, so its central angle, angle ACB, would also equal 56 degrees. And since it's a linear pair with x, you would find x by taking 180 degrees minus 56 degrees, which makes x 124 degrees.
D is congruent to arc DE. Find x.
Because we know that the arcs are congruent, we also know that their central angles are congruent. So angle AFB is also x. And it is supplementary to angle BFC. So you would take 180 minus 120 to find 60 degrees, so x equals 60 degrees.
And it is 30. To find the radius, you have to divide by 2, so CG is 15. To find x, which is JE, you would have to take the radius 15 squared plus EG, which is 8. You take 8 squared equals 15, because this is also a radius, plus x squared. So you take 15 squared plus 8 squared equals 15 plus x squared to get x equals 2. To find angle HCB, which is y, you would have to find this angle right here, ICB. Arc JG is 25 degrees. Because you know that JG is 25 degrees, you also know that the included angle, angle ICB, is 25 degrees. So because you know that this is a linear pair, angle FCB and angle BCI, then you would take 180 minus 25 to get 155. Because you know that HCB and ACI are vertical angles, you know that ACI is also 155 degrees. Because you know this, and you know that arc AI is the included arc of this angle, you know that AI is also 155 degrees, which means Z and Y equals 155 degrees.
Arc DO is congruent to arc GE. Angle USN is 50 degrees. Arc HT is Y. Arc DO is X. Arc HN equals 70 degrees. Find X and Y. Which will probably be kind of difficult because this is a trick question. Homer already ate the donut. Silly Homer.
Okay, but hypothetically, if we were to find the answer to this, then what we would do is first, since we know that arc GE is congruent to arc DO, we also know that their central angles are congruent. So you know that since arc HN is 70 degrees, you also know that that angle is 70 degrees. Because you know that this angle is 70 degrees, you also know that this angle is 70 degrees, which would make DO 70 degrees, meaning X is 70. For arc HT, what you would have to do is you would have to take 360 minus all these other arcs to find this arc.
So you would take 360 minus 70 plus 50 plus 70. So 360 minus 190 equals 170.
Just kidding! He did not eat the donut, he only had a bite.
Uglians from the planet Ugliano and Dunchers from the planet Chibis have landed on Earth to conquer it. Instead of warring, they decided to divide it up peacefully. The planet Chibis is larger and has a bigger population density than Ugliana, so it was decided that they would take a bigger portion of Earth. Should the Dunchers take the area in arc AC or the area in arc ACB?
They should take the area in arc ACB because it is a major arc and it has more area. It's the aliens!
If you would like to have more help, you can go to some of these interactive links, such as major and minor arcs.
As you can see, you can move this dot here to find out your major and minor arcs, and the minor arc is always in red and the major arc is always in blue.
You can also look at some of these videos if you would like some extra help.